Hello, everybody. Welcome back to The Beauty Brief, your go-to podcast for all things makeup and beauty. I'm your host, MaddiePeed, and let's get into it. Okay, we are back in this different location, the same location that I filmed in last week, which this is just a temporary switch up. However, some of you guys commented that you like the lighting, spot, the whole situation. So let me know in the comments if I should keep this film location the same or go back to the old one. Maybe I just switch off. 1 week I'm here, 1 week I'm not. We just take the beauty brief on the road. You know what I mean? Either way, guys, we are getting into latest beauty launches smash or pass, where we go through all of the new beauty launches which have been announced or teased or leaked for that matter. And I will tell you whether I think they're worth a smash or a pass. Okay, Tati is back, people. The birthday dinner girly herself. That's literally all I could think of when I looked at this post. Either way, she's back with a new beauty brand. She had a makeup, what was the makeup brand called? Tati? What was it called? What was her makeup brand called? I'm gonna need to look that up. Tati Beauty. Tati. See, my Canadian accent just wants to go Tati. I am just really surprised that she never came out with a beauty brand called Glam Life or Glam Life Guru or Glam Guru or a play on her actual name, her username. Either way, whatever. She also had her supplement brand. You remember that one? What was that called? Halo or something? I never tried that. But either way, she's back. Okay, she's back. This is called Details by Tati, which I mean is cute. So it is a brand new makeup brush brand, which, okay, I feel like there was some swaying comments in the Trend Mood post. People were like, oh, well, it's not like her old eyeshadow palettes. Those were so good, so she should bring those back. I just feel like if I were to put me in her shoes, she was probably thinking about a different and unique way of having a beauty brand. And we all know that there's so many makeup brands on the market with eyeshadow palettes and lip oils and blushes and all this stuff. So she's probably thinking okay, what are we kind of missing? And I do feel like after the downfall of Morphe and how good their makeup brushes were and the whole empire of that, this could be a good and interesting way for her to enter back into the beauty world. I think it's good. I think it's interesting. However, there weren't really a lot of prices on here, so maybe that'll change my opinion. But either way, it said in the Trend Mood description, Tati had a beauty brand, Tati Beauty, with her iconic eyeshadow palettes, and it's closed in 2021. So this is a whole new journey for her and for us. The first launch is including 3 makeup brush sets. From what I heard, her eyeshadow palettes were legendary. I never tried them, which makes me really sad because now I'll never be able to. But either way, they're 100% FSC certified birch wood. Whew, I was worried. Sustainably sourced, finished with eco-friendly water-based paint. Custom weighted for balance, control, and comfort. It just says fibers. Is it synthetic or real hair? It says 100% vegan, cruelty-free PBT fibers. Sounds fancy. Soft, strong, and shed resistant, won't absorb excess product, and easy to clean. Easy to clean is very crucial. I hate, and yes, hate's a strong word. I hate makeup brushes that are really hard to clean. Washing your makeup brushes is already a task that none of us really want to do. So having those makeup brushes, which we all have those stubborn ones where it's so hard to get into, which I get it. It's sometimes if you want a really dense makeup brush, you're going to have to deal with a brush that's more difficult to wash, but just make it easy to clean. Come on. Either way, the sets are $133.25. 25 cents is very specific. So how many brushes are in each set? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 in each set. Okay, what's the math here? $133. $133 divided by 7. That's $19 a brush. Okay, that's actually very, very reasonable. The brushes themselves look good. I'm not in love with brush sets, I'll be completely honest, because I always find there's 1 or 2 that I wouldn't have bought individually. I don't have a use for them. I already own something similar that I like better. So I just feel in the end, it's a bit of a waste of money because you're having to buy the set and then not utilize all of them. So I do kind of wish they were sold individually. Maybe that's something to come in the future. Maybe she's just launching the sets and then going from there. But I will say, looking at the sets, there are a brush or 2 in each of the sets that I'm kind of meh. But I will say the standouts, her fan brush looks lovely. Her concealer brush looks like the Rare Beauty one, which I love that brush. All in all, there's some really, really beautiful brushes. There's one double-ended one, which if you know me, you know I'm not a huge double-ended brush girly. I always stand my makeup brushes in a jar, so the one end always gets squished. And I know people are like, oh, you just store it a different way. I don't want to. I just want all my brushes in one place in my cute little jar. You know what I mean? So I tend to just avoid the double-ended brushes if I can. The brush sets have different specifications. The first one is the Essentials, the Speciality, and the Expansion set. So good. I think this is like very interesting from her. I hope it goes well. I feel like she had really bad luck with the supplement thing. From what I remember, there was just like a lot that went on with it. And I do feel like the whole supplement world is just like, there's a lot of like rules and regulations that you have to understand, and it's tricky. So I'm wishing for the best for this. I'm excited to see some reviews. I'm going to be honest, I'm not rushing to buy this. I wish the brushes were sold individually, so maybe in the future I'll get my hands on a couple of them. But for me personally, it's a pass. Okay, moving on to some new shades of the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb. I mean, yeah. It's like a monthly thing at this point. Every few weeks, we got some new shades, which the Gloss Bomb is one of my favorites on the market. So I'll never really talk that much smack about it. It's just one of those things where I'm like, do we really need all of these lip shades all the time? But the harsh reality in the beauty world is that limited edition shades sell. We like limited edition. It rushes people to buy things. So brands are going to keep doing it. And I mean, fair play, whatever. It is what it is. I will say these two new shades look absolutely beautiful. The first one is called Rose Amber, and it's a sparkling cool taupe brown shade. That's the one that I would be going for. It looks absolutely stunning. Gimme Space is a shimmering holographic rosy bronze shade. Also looks really, really beautiful, but I am more attracted to the Rose Amber shade. I feel like Gimme Spice is like a little bit on the warm side for me. Rose Amber might actually be a little bit too cool tone for me, but you don't know until you know. So if I'm being completely honest, as much as I want to be like, no, it's a pass, stop launching so many shades of this, the Rose Amber is so good. And the thing is every time they do launch a new shade, chances are I'm going to love the shade. So the thing is yes, there's a new Gloss Bomb shade every single month, but they're beautiful. The formula is good, whatever, they're going to capitalize off it. Do your thing. Rose Amber, it's a smash. Okay, moving on to a new Lancome launch. This is the Tint Eagle Ultra Wear Dual Fix Concealer. Now, firstly, there are 4 shades of this. Let's just get that right out in the open. 4 shades only. Then, once I really looked at the trend mood post, I was like, oh, it's only in Asia. So there you go. But this concealer formula, the description says a double-ended concealer that covers blemishes, redness, dullness, and creates a 3-dimensional effect with highlights. A lightweight and comfortable formula gives a natural radiant finish enriched with skincare ingredients, caffeine to relieve puffiness, and niacinamide to improve skin texture. That sounds absolutely unbelievable. And the reason I really wanted to mention this product in this podcast is because I just feel like the Asian formulas are just top tier. I mean, obviously we know that with Korean skincare, but the formulas are just like so unique and next level. And just reading the description of this, it just sounds like it's leaps and bounds ahead of our concealer formulas. The fact that it covers blemishes, redness, and dullness, but then it creates a 3-dimensional effect with highlights. I'm like you don't hear concealer formulas in the Western market described like that. So maybe it's just the descriptor words. Also the fact that it's enriched with skincare ingredients, caffeine to relieve puffiness, and niacinamide to improve skin texture. I mean, every beauty product over here has niacinamide in it as well, so that's nothing new, but it just sounds unbelievable. And I just look at this and think, why can't Lancome take this and launch it in the Western markets? Bring out a much more extensive shade range other than 4 shades, firstly, and then give it a go over here. I mean, the Lancome concealer that we have over here is really, really good, but it just sounds like completely different to this. I'm very, very intrigued. Obviously, I can't get my hands on this, so I can't really smash or pass it, but it sounds very interesting. I'm intrigued. I just want to try it. And I would love for Lancome to like dive more into this. Anyways, it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Okay, moving on to a new fragrance from Byredo. Now, in last week's episode, I mentioned the new Byredo eyeshadow palette. What is it called? Bibliophilia or whatever. You know what I'm talking about. And I was like, oh my God, I've never heard of this brand. And some of you in the comments were like, girl, it's a very, very well-known fragrance brand. And I was like, really? And then I looked it up and I was like, oh yeah. Yeah, I recognize these. I definitely owned a discovery set of this brand at some point. And it's very, very beautiful. I just didn't really like put the two together, which I mean, one is makeup and one is fragrance. So I was just like, I wasn't thinking that way. Anyways, they're launching a new fragrance. This one is called Boy Obscure. I'm going to pronounce that so wrong. It sounds French. We've heard my French accent on here. It's not great. It's spelled B-O-I-S, Boys, O-B-S-C-U-R, 2 separate words. I literally reading it, I was like, boys obscure. Okay, whatever. Anyways, the description says the redesigned bottle strikes an elongated silhouette with a thick glass base to visually elevate the bottle, and an antique gold cap sits atop the glass neck, perfectly complementing the shade of the fragrance inside. Okay, so they have a different bottle? Yes, they do. Oh, it's beautiful. I mean, it's a fragrance bottle with a gold top. Relax, Maddie. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, reading this, I'm like, I don't know if I would like this. It just sounds like they literally threw in whatever they could. Number one, there's patchouli. So I was like, that could, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. So the top notes are eucalyptus, papyrus, I don't know what that is, saffron. The heart notes are jasmine absolute, oud, tuberose absolute. The base notes are labdanum, probably pronouncing that wrong too, patchouli, sandalwood, and mineral amber. This is why I couldn't be a fragrance girly, like an actual fragrance girly, because I'm like, papyrus, labdanum, boys obscure. Okay, anyways, it's just the fact that like I like these things individually. Eucalyptus, jasmine, patchouli could be hit or miss for me. Sandalwood's nice, amber's good, but all those together, I'm like, that sounds like a big bowl of like essential oil. You know, the like aromatherapy moms that we all grew up with? Like, you know, maybe you had a friend who was like an aromatherapy mom, sold like Young Living at home, you know? This is like, that's what I picture. Like that mom where you're like going over and you're getting this like weird snack, like some homemade hemp granola thing, you know? That's just what I'm picturing. And it's not totally tickling my fancy. It's one of those things where like I need to smell it. I will be trying to find Byredo in store to smell the fragrances and relive the Byredo fragrance brand. But at this time, this fragrance for me is a pass. Okay, moving on to some new Natasha Denona eyeshadow palettes. There are 2 brand new ones. Just a warning, these are neutral eyeshadow palettes. I just feel like neutral eyeshadow palettes, it's like a bit controversial in the makeup world at the moment. Like a makeup brand launches a neutral eyeshadow palette and everyone's like, oh my God, so boring. And it's like, I get it. I was saying this last week with the Byredo eyeshadow palette. You look at it and it's like, it's beautiful. That in reality is probably what I'm going to use the most. But as a makeup lover who's looking at all these new makeup launches every single day, it's like, okay, that's not super exciting. So I get both sides. It's just like sometimes we have to remind ourselves that it's not just about like excitement factor when we first glance at it and the picture of it. It's like, okay, am I actually going to use this? Because that's literally how I get so sucked into makeup collections, which I literally don't need and I would not use. Because I look at it and I'm like, packaging is so cute. Oh my God, the concept is so cute. And then I actually get it, have my hands on it, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to use this as much as I thought I would. Like, you just get excited about it. So before everybody has something to say about these eyeshadow palettes, think about the fact of like, okay, how much are you actually going to use it? You know what I mean? And for me, looking at these, I'm like, I would use these so much. So the 2 eyeshadow palettes, firstly, they are the Eye Sculpt Texture and Tone palettes. They are $82 each, pretty standard for Natasha Denona. No surprises by the price point there. Each palette includes 18 shades with different finishes. The first one is soft and the second one is dramatic. So the first one, which I assume is the soft one, is definitely like a lot more soft. There's a lot more like neutral matte shades in it. There's a few like deeper shades, but there's not as many like shimmers. The second one seems to include a lot more shimmer shades and a lot darker shades as well. Like the matte transition shades are a bit deeper. So personally, I would probably go for the soft one. That's what I would get more use out of with the color story, my skin tone, and things like that. So taking myself into the makeup lover's shoes, I'm looking at this post being like, yeah, it's not super exciting. However, once I actually look at it, I'm like, okay, I would literally use the absolute poop out of this. Like that soft eyeshadow palette, girl, I would be using that every single time I go to do my makeup, which again is like what I need to look at when I'm actually purchasing makeup is how much am I going to use it? Am I really going to utilize every single shade in this? It's like going back to the Tati brush sets. I look at it and I'm like, yeah, stunning, but I would only want like 3 out of the 7 brushes that she has in those sets, so I wouldn't be buying a set. You know what I mean? If I'm going to be smart as a makeup lover, which is what I'm trying to do, I need to look at products being like, I need to utilize every single thing in this, or at least try to utilize as much as I can. So yes, it's a little lackluster. Is it very user-friendly if you are someone like me who does a neutral eye pretty much every time you go to do your makeup? Yeah. The thing people were absolutely pooping their pants over in the comments, and I say pooping their pants like not in a good way, is that there were some teasers that Trendmood listed in the description. So it looks like there are some other things in the work which were not in the picture, but people read this and then didn't really clock that it wasn't in the picture, so they were like freaking out in the comments. Like they just didn't totally read the description and look at the picture. Like, yeah, you get what I'm saying. The first thing which is in the works is the Neon Dreams eyeshadow palette, which includes electric mattes and holographic toppers. So you can see how people read that and they were like, that's not Neon Dreams. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Read the description. And before I act all high and mighty on you, don't get me wrong, I also read the Neon Dreams eyeshadow palette and was looking at the picture being like, what? But then I read the description and I was like, oh, not in pick. Okay. The second thing is the Natasha Denona X Vogue Edition palette. I don't know what it is. Well, I do know. It says 12 shades celebrating 100 years of beauty trends. So that's all we know, but I have high hopes for that. Natasha Denona X Vogue. Give it to me, girl. Give me all the fantasy. I have high expectations, okay? I'm very, very excited to see what those look like. As for these eye sculpt, texture, and tone palettes, I think they're really, really beautiful. Very user-friendly. Very good to get your hands on for your everyday makeup. Blam. Do I love it? Yes. It's a smash. Okay, moving on to some new Urban Decay products. Yeah, I don't know about these. We have new lip glaze oils. I always say I'm lip oiled out, and it's honestly been a few weeks or a couple of weeks. It's probably been like 1 week since I talked about lip oils. But I felt like, okay, we're nearing the end of the lip oil saga that has gone on for the last what feels like decade, but in reality it's only been like 12 months maybe. So I don't know, I would just expect Urban Decay to like not hop on this bandwagon at this time. You would expect a brand like Urban Decay to hop on the bandwagon before it was even the bandwagon, you know what I mean? Like they would be like starting the bandwagon. They would make everybody else get on the bandwagon because of them. They're the trendsetter brand, and I just look at this and I'm like, this is no. Urban Decay, stop, please. Just bring back the Rocket Pocket Locket. What is it called? Pocket Rocket. Final answer. And call it a day, you know? I don't know. God, what's so hard about that? Anyways, this is the new lip glaze oil. It is hydration and shine for your lips in 7 shades. The shades are Skims, Gossip Red, High Street, Boba Orange, Milk Tea, Cherry. So the shades are really, really beautiful. The packaging is giving generic. Oh my God. Okay. If this was like a regular schmegular beauty brand, I might not be as critical of them, but this is Urban Decay, like the pioneer of like edgy trendsetter makeup, like controversial packaging, controversial shade names, controversial this, like trendsetter, edgy, cool makeup, cool girl makeup. Does this lip glaze oil give cool girl makeup? It gives like, she's fine. It gives like, meh, she's cute. She wants to be like cool, not cute. You know what I mean? That's my criticism on that. I'm not rushing to buy this. Point blank, it's a pass. Okay, moving on to a new collection from Beauty Creations Cosmetics. I have been saying Beauty Creations is on a freaking mission right now. They are go, 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 go. And honestly, pretty good. Their stuff, all in all, there's some good stuff. This one is so freaking good. This is the Beauty Creations X Goosebumps collection, inspired by the chilling tales that captured the imagination of readers. Now, I love Goosebumps as a kid. I was into like the, what were they called? Not the like Goosebumps for kids. I was into like these ones. I found them. I had to go and look because I couldn't find them on the internet. The Arlstein. They're not really Goosebumps. They're Fear Street. This. Oh my God. These are my shit. These I think are my brother and my sister's, but by the time I got into Goosebumps, they were like a little bit too young for me. And then I got into these. Halloween Party. Oh my God. Honestly, I might need to read one of these just to give it a go. Okay, sorry, I got really distracted there. Going through the products, the first thing is If Looks Could Kill Shadow and Face Palette. Really beautiful. It has vibrant jewel tone metallics, pearly shimmers, and buttery mattes, plus 2 blushes. I always love a palette which includes like a blush bronzer kind of thing. I know it's not for everybody. In reality, I love looking at a palette where it's like, okay, I could pack this one thing and be able to like utilize it for multiple different things, not just an eyeshadow look. So it's really nice. The color story is like, okay. For me personally, it's not doing like a ton. Then there's this Monster Blood Jelly Mask, which looks really, really cool. It's a peel off mask. I love a peel off mask. And it sounds like something I could actually use for my very, very sensitive skin. Literally, I have the most sensitive skin. I'm going through another eye reaction. I think I mentioned that like a few weeks back. It's a struggle, people. We're struggling over here, but it's fine. We're getting through it. This is infused with soothing Cica, calming witch hazel, and gentle chamomile. Right up my street. I might have to get my hands on that. The Jelly Jam Glitter Lip Balm. There's the Monster Blood 2 Lip and Cheek pH Oil. I could live without that. The Ouch cosmetic bag, super cute. Haunted Mask hand mirror, the Dummy Duo pH Lip and Cheek Oil, plus glitter lip balm, and the whole set, the whole PR box is $59. I've always said this about Beauty Creations, but I like that they sell their PR box. I just think, why not? Why only send it to influencers and makeup creators? Like, it's just sell it. People will buy it. Trust me. I think it's really, really cute. Like I said, I definitely would want to get my hands on the peel off mask. The cosmetic bag is really cute. The mirror is really cute. You want things like that in the collection that are going to be like collector's items. Because I'm not going to lie, I just wouldn't utilize as much of the other stuff. The eyeshadow palette, I just wouldn't use all the colors in there. The pH activated lip oil, I'm just... And there's some sort of shadow stick. Is that what I said? Oh, the glitter lip balm that looked like a shadow stick in the picture. Also really wouldn't use that, I don't think. But there are some standouts for me. I usually go for like the collector's items type of items in collections anyways, like a mirror or a makeup bag or things like that. That's what I like. But all in all, I think it's really cute. Do I think it's like the best thing I've ever seen? No. But I think it's cute. I think it does the job. It's a smash. Okay, moving on to another holiday set. This is from Tower 28 and they are teaming up with Poppi. Somebody commented on the Trend Mood post that the Poppi collabs are coming to be very forced and I couldn't agree more. Because once I actually looked at this, I was like, okay. This is the Fizz and Frost Holiday Duo. And it comes with the Cranberry Fizz Jet Set Blur and Set Matte Powder Blush and the Cranberry Frost Shine On Lip Jelly. I don't know. It's not doing a lot. It's literally the same old Tower 28 products just with Poppi on it. The red shade is really nice. It is like a bright red shade. The lip jelly is just like a clear shade. I'm only looking at this little tin. This is clearly like a teaser and a leak. So I don't know. It's not doing a lot for me. This would not be my holiday gift of choice. It's a pass for me. So sorry. Okay, moving on to some new products from Rare Beauty. Apparently there's a bunch of products coming, but the one that was teased on Trend Mood is this new lip butter. Listen, call me a generic girly girl, but I love a lip butter. And the more that I read this, I'm like, okay, this is right up my street. It's a lip butter which is untinted. So good for like pre-bedtime. So it appears to just be like a plain Jane lip butter, which for me, I'm like, that works for me because like I said, I have the world's most sensitive skin. I'd be using a lip butter like before bed to like treat the lips so I don't need shimmer and fragrance and all these other additional things that might just like irritate my lips. I just need a good old lip butter, which is going to be very, very effective. So if this is that, then sign me up. I'm going to hold out hope for this because I'm not a huge Rare Beauty lover and I want to love Rare Beauty. I'm going to give it a smash. I'm going to give this a go. Okay, moving on to a new cleanser from Medicube. It is the PDRN Hydrating Gel Cleanser. What is PDRN? I don't know, but it sounds very interesting. It says a gentle, you're speaking my language, lightweight gel to foam daily cleanser for all skin types, even sensitive. I made the cut. I did it. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Deep cleanses without stripping, refines pores, and protects the skin barrier. Okay. Oh my God. I went down a little bit further. It says fragrance free. Thank you, Jesus. Leaves skin plump, smooth, and radiant. Key benefits are balances oil and hydration, gentle, low pH formula, fragrance-free, smooth texture and clears away dead skin cells, hydrates and supports barrier, boosts radiance, soothes and calms. The hero ingredients are PDRN, which I don't know what that is. I need to look it up. PDRN. Some sort of DNA. Wait. DNA fragrance derived from sperm cells of certain trout, or more commonly in skincare, salmon. Sperm cells of salmon? Oh man, I already know my boyfriend's gonna be watching this being like, you wonder why you have skin sensitivities and then you're literally rubbing sperm from salmon on your face. You know what? I can't even argue with him on that one. Either way, the other ingredients are collagen, LHA, ceramides, hyaluronic acid, and panthenol. My skin absolutely loves panthenol. So this is right up my street. I need like a gel-based cleanser that's going to foam, or else my skin just like doesn't feel like it gets a proper cleanse. But I also can't use a really harsh gel cleanser because then my skin feels like it's stripped of all its oils. Fragrance free is an absolute must for me. There's no point in me using fragrance because I have sensitive skin. I'm very, very jealous of the girlies out there that get away with using all these different fragrance products because they smell so nice. Like that's really what it is there to do, is to like heighten your skincare experience and make it like very therapeutic, smelly, beautiful skincare experience. Like that's what it's there for. Literally, my moisturizer smells like old people. I always say that. I use the Glaxol base cream with vitamin E. It smells like old people. It smells like an old person's home, which every night it then smells like I'm getting comforted by 10 grandmas telling me how wonderful I am. So like that's a whole different experience. But my whole skincare routine for the most part is all fragrance free. So either way, this is right up my street. I'm glad that Medicube has products like these because Medicube is a skincare brand I'm a little bit skeptical of. Me being me with my skin type, I have to be very, very careful. And Medicube is just one of those brands I've looked at being like, it looks really good. It looks really effective, but it also looks really, really intense. So maybe it's just not for me. This is for me. I can already feel it. It's a smash. Okay, moving on to the girlies' favorite Pinterest brand. This is from Gisou, and they're launching body butters. Do they already have body products? I don't know. Gisou's not really a brand I use, but this new one is the Vanilla Cloud Body Butter. Apparently the formulas are really good. Okay, so they must already have body products. The girlies love it. It's all over Pinterest. I mean, it's a very aesthetically pleasing brand. I'll give them that. There are also some other teased potential future products. The Cinna Swirl Sculpt Crayon, the Cocoa Dot Freckle Drip, Milky Mocha Lippy. These are all very interesting names. Spiced Cherry Lip Stain, Honey Mellow Blush, Honey Wood Candle, Honey Puff Volume Dust. Okay. These all sound very like aesthetically pleasing products, like aesthetic products, which sure, why not? Like Gisou is that girly brand. They like, it's just that Pinterest brand. I don't know how else to describe them. So honestly, looking at these new product launches makes me really happy for them because it is them leaning into that. If they're going to be that Pinterest brand, make those Pinterest aesthetically pleasing products. Like give the people what they want. This sounds really, really cute. The Vanilla Cloud Body Butter sounds beautiful. Probably a product and probably a scent I can get away with. I'm very, very intrigued by the candle. I love a candle. Okay. So I'm very, very intrigued about these. I definitely want to check them out. But for the direction that Gisou is heading, I think this is an absolute smash. I love it. I think this makes total sense for them. Okay, moving on to a new fragrance concept that is launching in Dillard's. Is Dillard's a UK store or a US store? Please comment down below if you know. I want to say UK. No, maybe it's US. I don't know. Either way, whatever. L'Oreal is introducing refill fountains in some department stores, allowing customers to refill fragrances from luxury brands, which are also getting an environmentally friendly reincarnation, one that plays to the nature of the products. This is for the clients that are loyal to their favorite fragrances. This makes total sense. There's Lancome, YSL Libre, Mugler Angel, and Alien. You have Armani in there. You have Valentino, Born in Roma. This makes sense. I think this absolutely is perfect. People in the comments were like, oh my God, hopefully it's not children's height. Hopefully there's an employee like managing the station so that then there's not just like reckless children running around spilling fragrance everywhere. Also, I don't know about you guys, but when I went into a department store, my mom looked me in the eyeballs before we were going in being like, do not touch a thing. And if I touched anything, you don't even want to know. You don't even want to know. I wouldn't dare as a child walk in and play with like some fragrance fountain thing. Don't get me wrong. Yes, as a child, it would look very appealing and I would want to play with it, but don't let your children run around in a place where there is refill stations for luxury fragrances. You know, I don't know. People in comment sections which are immediately negative, like I get it. I'm here criticizing products. I will give my 2 cents and be 100% honest, but it's like, give people the benefit of the doubt. Like, we don't know till we know. If all of a sudden there's people like running around spilling fragrance everywhere, well, we cross that bridge when we get to it. You know, and sometimes it's not really like the fragrance issue, it's the parent issue. Okay, so what I said. I will shut up before I ruffle more feathers. Thank you. Okay, I think it's beautiful though, smash. Okay, next up we have a collab, which sounds really, really beautiful. It is the Milkbar and Bath & Body Works collab for the birthday celebration. What birthday celebration? Milkbar? Bath & Body Works? I don't know. Someone's birthday celebration. Great. It says in the description, as for now, looks like there are a few different scents like the one in the pic. Milkbar birthday cake with notes of layered vanilla cake, creamy frosting, and rainbow sprinkle. There will be candles, fragrance mist for the body and hair, diamond shimmer, and more. 10 out of 10. Just like the Gisou products, it's like give the people what they want. We want artificial, perfect birthday cake smell. That is what we want. Need I say I don't really feel like there's no no's. There's no no's. This makes total sense. Obviously, Bath & Body Works has like cult classic products that people always go to. Then Milkbar is this like well-known brand known for its like delicious smelling goodies. So bring those together and bada bing, bada boom, you got a collab from heaven delivering birthday cake goodness. It's a smash. Okay, guys, moving on to our next segment, which is discontinued products which actually made a comeback. We talk about so many discontinued makeup products which we would love to see come back, and these are products which actually have done it. There is hope on the other side, people. Revlon will bring back the lip butters. I can see it. I can feel it. And the more I mention it, the more likely they are to do it. Thank you. Okay, first up, we have the well-loved Anastasia Beverly Hills Emrezi highlighter. Now, the specific Emrezi highlighter highlighter didn't exactly come back, but Anastasia Beverly Hills launched the Glow Seeker highlighter, which was pretty much the exact same shade, the exact same formula. It is literally the exact same. I understand why Anastasia Beverly Hills probably couldn't bring back this specific Mrezi highlighter. I mean, obviously it was a collab with Mrezi, and I'm not a lawyer or anything, but judging by, you know, deals and contracts, you probably can't bring back that specific product under that name with that packaging collaborating with her. You know what I mean? So they brought out the closest thing to it, which is the Glow Seeker highlighter. Now, I myself haven't tried this highlighter yet. I'm not a huge highlighter person. If you know me, you know that. Highlighters scare me with my acne-prone textured skin. Thank you so much. But from what I've seen, it looks absolutely beautiful. I've heard nothing but really, really good reviews about this product, and that it is pretty much identical to the original Mrezi highlighter. So if you're someone still mourning the loss of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Mrezi highlighter, definitely check out the Glow Seeker highlighter. I'm very, very happy that they did this, and it made the people happy. I can tell you that much. Okay, moving on to an actual product that did make a comeback. You have the Urban Decay Naked Palette. Now, I own the relaunch of this. I don't have my original Naked Palette anymore. Makes me very sad. I got rid of so much makeup. I had like a makeup hiatus in like 2018. It's a dark time for me. I got rid of so much makeup. I can't talk about it. Great. So I don't have the OG one, unfortunately, but I have this relaunch, and the relaunch is actually really, really good. When I saw that Urban Decay was launching this, I was like, thank you, Jesus. Yes, it's about the actual product itself, but it's just about the fact that they're like actually listening to consumers and diving into like these discontinued nostalgic products that people want back. I mean, mind you, they did just launch that lip oil, which I wasn't impressed by, but we'll just focus on this for now. You look at this and you're like, things are restored. A lot of people were asking me if the formula is as good as the old one. And like I said, I don't have my OG palette, so I couldn't totally compare, but I was actually very, very impressed by the new Naked palette. I reach for it all the time. My only complaint is the pigment of their matte shadows. I feel like they used to be better, but I'm not gonna lie, I really don't use a ton of modern day Urban Decay eyeshadow formulas, so I don't know what they're like nowadays. I remember their old eyeshadow formula and how amazing and like revolutionary it was. It was the eyeshadow formula to go to, or one of the. Nowadays, I'm like, is it all not that good? Or even with the new Naked palette with the matte shades, which I feel like weren't what I remember. In my head, I was like, maybe the modern day eyeshadow formula is just so far ahead from what I remember the old Urban Decay eyeshadow formula being. Maybe if I was to use an old Urban Decay Ammo palette, it wouldn't be as good as modern day eyeshadow formulas. I think all in all, eyeshadow formulas have obviously gotten a lot better. So maybe Urban Decay is kind of just plateaued over the years. I don't know. Either way, formulas aside, the Urban Decay Naked palette came back, and that's all that matters. Okay, moving on to the Ordinary Serum Foundation. Now, back in the day, they had two different foundation formulas. This was definitely the one I preferred out of the two, from what I remember. Regardless, I didn't really like either of them, but so many people absolutely loved this foundation. And then The Ordinary completely stopped making both foundation formulas. It seemed like they weren't really going to move in the direction of makeup at all, but it kind of seemed like that's what they were trying to dabble in for a few years there. So once The Ordinary completely discontinued this foundation formula, it really felt like they were taking a step back from the makeup world, and we would never see a product like this back again, let alone this foundation formula itself. So for The Ordinary to relaunch this serum foundation in 2024, it was, well, out of the ordinary. I had that one planned. Okay, I'll be honest. I had that planned. So I know a lot of people were really, really happy about this because it's a very lightweight, buildable formula. Easy to wear, easy to build up, and it's very, very affordable. So if you like this new formula, let me know in the comments. Maybe I'll give it a go again and see if I like it. Moving on to the e.l.f. Jellypop Primer. Now, e.l.f. is in some turmoil at the moment. And I mean, after the whole Matt Rife situation, I'm not really leaning towards e.l.f. anymore. I just think the whole thing's ridiculous, regardless of your opinions on Matt Rife. It's like, why are you using someone who has nothing to do with makeup? You know what I mean? Either way, the Jellypop Primer is really that girl. It is a cult classic. It is so good. It is an absolute fan favorite, and it's one of those primers which actually works really, really well for me. It does have fragrance, but the fragrance actually is totally fine for my skin. I love it because it's what I imagine a sticky, tacky primer to be like. You still get some dewiness and some freshness to the skin without the tackiness just like completely drying out your skin. I think it's the perfect hybrid between like a hydrating primer. I think it's a perfect hybrid between between a hydrating and tacky primer. So everyone was very, very happy to see that they brought it back a couple of years back. I want to say that was like 2023, but it was only for a limited time. I think you could only order one per customer. So then people are like, okay, so you bring it back, we fall in love with it again, and then it's never back again, which I completely agree with, because especially for something like a face primer, that's something that you want to continually repurchase. It's not like an eyeshadow palette where you'll be using that for the next like however many years. You're going to buy that primer, run out of it in like 2-3 months, want to go repurchase it, and then it's gone because it was limited edition and you could only buy one. So it was a bit ridiculous, but Elle finally listened and they brought it back for good. I'm pretty sure, knock on wood, who the frick knows what's happening with that. So it's an amazing product and I'm happy that Elle finally listened. It's just unfortunate that, you know, there's totally separate things going on with e.l.f. at the moment. And now straight up, it's just not a brand I reach for at all. Okay, last but certainly not least, we have the MAC Lip Erase. Now this is a new launch, which I talked about last week. MAC literally just launched this. Maybe it hasn't even launched yet. I don't know. Either way, apparently it is a huge game changer for prepping the lips. I'm not gonna lie, if you remember from last week's episode, when I saw this, I was like, other than concealer lips, what do you use this for? To prep the lips, to really get the true tone of the lip products you're gonna apply on top, to help prep the lips. And this is a product which people would go on and on and on about. So it's nice that MAC finally listened and brought it back. I think MAC is one of those brands which has so many discontinued products and shades of products that people want back. So for them to make a move like this and bring back a product like the Lip Erase, I feel like gives MAC lovers some hope that maybe their shade which they want back or product which they want back might actually come back in the future. There is hope. Let me know what you think, and if there's a MAC specific product that you want back, definitely let me know in the comments. I feel like there are so many. But either way, guys, that is it for today's episode. As always, be sure to let me know which of the latest beauty launches you're smashing or passing, and also what discontinued product you want the brands to bring back. As always, be sure to like this video, share it with a friend, and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on future episodes. I upload a new episode every single Saturday. I hope you have a great rest of your day wherever you are, and I will see you in next week's episode. Bye, guys.